There is a snake somewhere near you right now. Maybe not in your house, maybe not in your yard, but closer than you think. And the strange part is this: it already knows far more about you than you know about it. Right now, while you're sitting comfortably watching this video, a snake could be silently tracking vibrations through the ground. It could know something large is moving nearby, exactly where that movement is coming from, and it could be making decisions based on information you're completely unaware it can detect. Most people think snakes spend their lives doing only three things: hunting, hiding, and waiting to strike. But that's not even close to the full story. Tonight, we're exploring the hidden world of snake behavior, a world where snakes remember safe routes through landscapes, where some mothers protect their babies, where thousands gather in giant underground cities, and where certain snakes can detect your body heat in complete darkness. By the end of this video, you'll understand why snakes have survived for more than 100 million years while countless other predators disappeared forever. Imagine walking through a forest. The leaves crunch beneath your feet. You don't see anything unusual, no movement, no warning, nothing. But 50 feet ahead, hidden beneath a fallen log, a snake freezes. It doesn't see you, not yet. It doesn't need to, because snakes experience the world differently than we do. While humans depend heavily on vision, snakes rely on vibrations. Every step you take sends tiny signals through the ground, signals that travel surprisingly far. The snake feels them through its body and knows something large is approaching long before you ever spot it. This is why people often say a snake came out of nowhere. In reality, the snake knew you were there long before you knew it existed. Most snakes don't want confrontation. Their first choice is usually escape. By the time you arrive, they've often already slipped away. The encounter you never had is far more common than the one you remember. Now here's something even stranger. That flicking tongue isn't smelling the air, at least not directly. Every time a snake flicks its tongue, it's collecting microscopic chemical particles from its surroundings. The tongue then delivers those particles to a special organ in the roof of the mouth called the Jacobson's organ. It's essentially a second smell system, one so powerful that a snake can follow chemical trails left hours earlier. Imagine walking into a room and instantly knowing who had been there, where they walked, and how recently they left. That's the level of information some snakes can gather. To a snake, the world isn't built from colors and shapes. It's built from chemical maps, invisible highways of scent stretching through the environment, and they're reading those maps every second. Things become even more incredible when we look at heat detection. Certain snakes possess an ability that sounds like science fiction. Pit vipers, rattlesnakes, copperheads, and bushmasters can literally detect heat. Special sensory pits located between the eyes and nostrils allow them to see temperature differences around them in complete darkness. A mouse running through a field at night becomes a glowing target. Its warm body stands out against the cooler environment. Scientists have compared this ability to a primitive thermal camera. Imagine turning off every light in your house and still seeing warm objects moving through the darkness. For these snakes, darkness is not blindness, it's an advantage. Another remarkable behavior is their ability to disappear. Most predators survive by chasing. Snakes survive by becoming invisible. Many species spend hours finding the perfect hiding spot, a patch of leaves, a crack in a rock, or a fallen branch. Then they simply stop moving completely. Their patience is astonishing. Some snakes remain motionless for days, not because they're lazy, but because movement attracts attention while stillness keeps them alive. To predators, they're invisible. To prey, they're invisible. Even to humans standing just a few feet away, they're often invisible. The greatest survival strategy in nature isn't always speed. Sometimes it's becoming part of the background. Most people think snakes are solitary animals, and usually they are. But every winter, something extraordinary happens. In parts of North America, thousands of snakes gather together underground. Not dozens, not hundreds, thousands. They descend into massive underground dens called hibernacula. Some of these dens have been used for generations, even centuries. Entire populations return to the same locations year after year. The largest gatherings look almost unreal. A living mass of intertwined snakes packed together beneath the earth, waiting for spring, waiting for warmth, waiting for the world above to come alive again. It's one of the greatest wildlife events most people have never heard of. Perhaps even more surprising is that some snake mothers actually protect their young. For years, scientists assumed snakes showed little parental care. Then observations revealed something unexpected. Species like pythons remain with their eggs, guarding and defending them. Some mothers even wrap their bodies around the clutch and generate heat through muscle contractions, essentially shivering to keep their babies warm. They do this for weeks without eating or leaving, risking their own survival for the next generation. It's behavior that completely changed how scientists view snake intelligence and social complexity. Then we arrive at one of the most astonishing discoveries. For centuries, people believed snakes lived relatively simple lives. Then GPS tracking changed everything. Researchers began attaching tiny transmitters to wild snakes, and suddenly a hidden world appeared. Snakes weren't wandering randomly. Many followed the same routes repeatedly, returned to the same shelters, visited specific hunting grounds, and used familiar travel corridors. Some appeared to maintain mental maps of their territory. The more scientists tracked them, the more complex their behavior became. The animal many people dismissed as primitive was revealing surprising sophistication, and we're only beginning to understand it. When most people think of snakes, they think of danger, fangs, venom, and fear. But the reality is far more interesting. Most snakes spend their lives avoiding conflict, reading invisible chemical trails, tracking vibrations, monitoring heat, navigating landscapes they've known for years, and surviving through patience rather than power. The next time you walk through a forest, a field, or even your own backyard, remember this. You are moving through a world full of information you cannot see. Chemical trails, heat signatures, and ground vibrations are constantly flowing around you. To a snake, those signals paint a picture of reality as detailed as your eyesight. And somewhere nearby, hidden beneath leaves, inside a burrow, or resting beneath a rock, a snake may already know you're there long before you ever know it's there. That secret awareness is one of the reasons snakes have survived on Earth for more than 100 million years.